Really? More people are still continuing this shit with Gligar? Oh well, more fun for me!
Now at Evan time!
Come on, back up! Let's get this over with! Give me your best shot! Enough!
A few months ago, Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS came and went just like that.
If you're saying the game itself is becoming irrelevant, it's not, because it's not like MySpace or Facebook, no offense to anybody that uses either of those. It's not irrelevant as those where you just don't hear about it anymore. People are still talking about Smash Bros. For 3DS. Yes, I know Wii U is already taken the spotlight, but 3DS is still there because it's the first ever Smash Bros. On a handheld. So I don't see what you're trying to say when they're saying that it came and gone just like that.
First off, that's a very poor analogy. MySpace and Facebook are still somewhat popular websites. Second, the Wii U version of Smash pretty much overshadowed the 3DS version of it, due to being a superior and more polished version of the game itself. And third, that isn't what he freaking meant! Also, allow me to address this since it's going to be a major problem in the video, but dude, speak up. I can barely hear what you are saying right now just because you are as monotone as fuck.
I also made a review of that game on the 3DS and I've uploaded to this website.
AKA, you bash on it because it was a Nintendo, right?
Assumptions are fun, aren't they?
And with all the hype this game has been getting, you might have thought that this game was, like, let's just say, a new intellectual property from an up-and-coming developer that just got picked up by a major publishing company and is expected to sell tons of copies.
In which it's selling like crazy.
Would you mind giving any examples, mate? No? Okay then.
Or the new installment in a series that promises to change up everything that you thought of beforehand in the series.
Well, you know, Call of Duty doesn't really change anything up, and I don't hear anybody complain about that, especially from you.
And their grandmother have complained about the COD being the same game re-released, which it's not. That's bullshit, mostly because there's a different story, added weapons, new maps and modes, and much more.
But no, this is Smash Bros. For the Wii U, and I finally rented the game, and now I can give my verdict on it, as I was able to get it from my local Family Video.
You know, strange enough, it's almost been a month since the release date of this video has almost been a month, or maybe a month, after the game itself has been released. And typically, Gligar would just get the game probably a day or so after the release and just give it a bad review, not even playing through the entire game. This game, however, I think it's going to be different because this game has gotten nearly perfect scores almost everywhere. I think it's gotten perfect scores at some cases, but because of that, you know, that means the game is almost perfect, and a perfect game doesn't really have that many things to complain about. So we needed time to think of what things he could try to complain about before posting this video. See where I'm coming from here? That's just an obvious sign that he knows that this game is perfect, yet he just wants to try to make it look bad. Yet it's just not going to work.
But even with that, good sir, review scores don't mean jack shit to the people that bash on the games. They can find the most obscure, minuscule amount of detail within the game, and it would still piss off people like yourself.
So let's start the review, shall we? Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U.
Okay, real quick. First off, random scrolling through the menu is not going to help make the game look bad. It's just going to only make you look stupid, which you have in almost every single video.
Huh?
Okay, real quick. First off, random scrolling through the menu is not going to help make the game look bad. It's just going to only make you look stupid, which you have in almost every single video.
What?
Is literally the same exact game as the 3DS version, just with a new coat of paint.
Okay, you remember when he said that the 3DS version had some modes, but then they removed it, apparently, and apparently added them to the Wii U version? Now you just contradicted yourself because you just said that they're the exact same game. So now you're saying that they have the exact same modes, they have the exact same characters, they have the exact same, etc., etc. I mean, not everything in the game is the same. Even the content there, I'm pretty sure is different. I'm pretty sure that the Wii U version has a lot more content than the 3DS version because of like memory limitations or whatnot. But now you just contradicted yourself right there. You're saying that they're the exact same game. So if I'm playing the 3DS version, I'm also playing the Wii U version. No, I'm not. I'm playing the 3DS version, meaning I'm playing the 3DS version. I'm playing that iteration of Smash. I am not playing the iteration of on the Wii U. I mean, it'd be nice though to play the Wii U, but that's just on the 3DS. But that's besides the point. The point is that they're not the exact same game, yet you claim it to be just because it has the same name, and the same characters on there, and the same gameplay style. That's just what I'm looking at right now.
Play-wise, graphic-wise, character-wise, item-wise, and moveset-wise, all the important things are still the same.
Gameplay-wise, it's the same exact thing.
Reason why it's the same gameplay is because that is what Smash players have come to love. And now I know I said Call of Duty has kind of the same gameplay, but we'll look at it this way. Call of Duty as that thing where it's easy to pick up. Yeah, it's just pick up and play. It's easy to learn and just easy to master. That's why people hate it so much because that's why.
Please, sir, please stop rambling. The Uggo meter is still going up pretty damn high now.
Just with a few new options that were removed from previous Smashes have now been re-added. There's also a few gimmicky features people will probably forget about real quickly, such as 8-player Smash.
How is that even forgettable? How is 8-player Smash forgettable? I can't even begin to justify or logically explain how Smash Brothers could be just forgettable. The first time I played 8-player Smash, I had a really fun time despite how crazy it was, but that's just the point. It's so crazy that people just want to play. And I remember a comment on YouTube, I'll put it somewhere in the video, that person said that it's better than having more than 4 people in a room and then have to wait to rotate and take turns with playing Smash. Whereas 8-player Smash, everybody could just play at once, mostly. So I don't know how that makes it forgettable, and then you don't even go on and talk about it at all in the video. You just complain about just the online, as far as I've seen from this video. But I'll get to that I'll get to that soon.
Let me ask you this. How many people would actually invite 5 or more friends over to their house?
8-player Smash isn't an online mode, so people even touching it is going to be a rare occasion.
And everything you hated about Super Smash Bros. 4, from the same floaty gameplay to the ledges that seem to just not work, is back.
So the ledges work fine for me, but for floatiness, I haven't played Brawl in a while, and I only played Melee just about once.
So in essence, you can't make a judgment on this.
It's like if Microsoft released a Duke controller for, let's just say the Xbox One, but then removed, all the button glitches and that stuff from Halo 2 and Halo 1. People wouldn't like it.
As people have said many times before, when you say don't buy this game, it really just means go ahead and buy this game because I have no control over you. And that's true because you have no control over anybody on YouTube.
Where is this coming from?
And of course, then they messed up the aiming too. That's what this is like. And did I mention that the game still has connection issues like the 3DS version had? I ran into several connection issues while I was playing this game, from lag to connection errors to error codes.
Gligar, your internet is bad. It's not the server's internet or connection problems. I go on online Smash quite a lot, and I hardly have any problems when it comes to connecting to the servers. I know the games can get laggy, but that's only because one or more players start to have a bad connection, in which it starts to have an effect on the entire game, but it's not the server, okay? It's your internet, which also, again, proves my point on how you're just or just messing with your own internet just to make the game look bad.
I'm sorry, how the hell do you make a connection bad on purpose?
I got them a lot. I mean, remember Battlefield 4 when it first came out? It was the same exact way. And yet Nintendo doesn't seem to have any estimated times for patches or anything like that. Nor are they getting called out by the gaming media or gamers for it. I wonder why. Oh wait, it's Nintendo.
First off, that joke was so terrible, I could have made a better one in my sleep.
But wait, comedy is subject. Well, fuck this.
Then again, it also doesn't help that the Wii U is the only system out of all the next-gen systems to not have an Ethernet port. In fact, even the Xbox original and many later versions of the PlayStation 2, like the slim ones, came with an Ethernet port built in.
As people have said many times before, when you say don't buy this game, it really just means go ahead and buy this game because I have no control over you. And that's true because you have no control over anybody on YouTube.
Okay, what? Did you screw up on your editing on your part? If so, the next time you should probably review your work before submitting it so that way you don't make mistakes like these again.
So now that I've talked about the gameplay, let's...
What gameplay did you talk about? All you talked about was the internet and how apparently the 3DS and the Wii U version were the exact same game.
But see here, good sir, the Wii U version and the 3DS version of Smash have the exact same gameplay. So, no you!
But second, Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U is not a very technically impressive game. I mean, sure, the Wii U was supposed to be a next-gen system. I mean, remember that whole E3 where all the developers were going out and praising it? And yet, look now.
You know, you could see how desperate he was to make the game look bad when he pulled up that Halo 3 footage. Even then, Nintendo has another game that you can compare Halo to. Metroid Prime! Yeah!
I'm guessing the only reason is because it's a first-person shooter, am I right?
Both are futuristic first-person shooters. Well, one's a first-person adventure, but they're both futuristic and they're both first-person. That could be a better comparison, in my opinion. But this and Smash Brothers, no.
Oh gee, I don't know. Maybe because he sounds like a troll or something. No, it couldn't be, you know, because this guy has been commentated on so many times for Nintendo shit that everyone goes after. Kill me.
But seriously, there are games from years ago that look better than a next-gen 2014 game. Think about that. Because then you take a look at the graphics of Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. And it doesn't matter what stage you're on. These graphics just don't look good. They don't whatsoever.
Could you please elaborate? Because I could just say now, Gligar is bad. He just is.
He was trying to get the point across that Halo 3, a game from years ago, looks better than the game on the Wii U, a next-gen console. I don't necessarily agree with his point, but he still elaborates it.
For a next-gen system, there's a reason this game can run in 1080p. This game looks like a Wii game. It just does.
The original Wii couldn't even pull off graphics like that, so that gives you a sense that the graphics on the Wii U are a lot better.
You played or seen the graphics from Dead Rising, Chop Till You Drop, or Mario Galaxy? Just doing my job here.
I mean, when I first saw the gameplay footage and trailers for this, I thought, man, this looks an awful lot like Brawl. And you know what? It looks just like Brawl. I mean, remember how there was a graphical improvement from the first one to Melee, and then yet again, to a lesser extent, from Melee to Brawl? Yeah, that's just not present in this one.
It's definitely present, but you just don't want to admit it. So explain to me how it looks like a Wii game. Then again, he's just probably going to say, it just does.
Well, I mean, it's totally not like his opinion or anything, and as much as I hate using this, the opinion card is actually valid here, mostly because you try to shove down our throat that the game is perfect, which really, no game is never perfect.
Because it looks like the same exact game. And that's all I have to say. I mean, sure, it's 60 frames a second, but then again, other systems can run Metro in 60 frames a second, so yeah. Now, maybe I'm overanalyzing. Maybe the target audience wouldn't care if it looked like an Atari 800 game. But now I'm going to talk about one more thing. While Sony let you buy, like, let's just say PlayStation All-Stars, and you get both versions for one price, if you bought the PS3 version, you get the Vita version for free, for example. With this, you don't get a code for the 3DS version if you buy the Wii U version.
So there could be a bunch of reasons to go off from this, but this does also go with what he said earlier about how the 3DS version and the Wii U version of Smash are the exact same game, which they still aren't.
Even though the 3DS version is a carbon copy of the Wii U version with better graphics and more modes. No change to the characters, no new items, nothing.
But that brings me to my next point about how PlayStation All-Stars for the Vita was bundled with the PlayStation 3 version, because as far as I can see, I believe it is the exact same game. That's why they bundled it together for one whole price. Whereas if Nintendo were to do that, it would be completely different, because you're bundling two different versions of the game for one whole price. You see where I'm coming from here? And also, I believe Sony could have been doing this too to kind of let more people know, or let more of the gaming audience know about the PlayStation Vita, because you know how bad it's doing, or it's not doing so well in sales. So that could have also been also like a marketing tactic.
Which doesn't justify paying nearly $100 for both versions.
You have to buy both versions of the game. But hey, at least you get a DLC character which is coming eventually, right? Oh wait, and that character was free in Melee too.
You know, Gligar, now you can shut up, because Mewtwo is going to be coming as a pay-for DLC now, so you don't need both versions of the game to get him. That saves you a lot of money now, doesn't it?
Yes, but Nintendo did say that you can get the Mewtwo DLC for free if you have both versions, instead of having to pay extensively less for one version.
So what's my verdict on this game? Don't buy this game, unless you have to own literally everything with the Nintendo logo on it, and, well, you think that anything modern is bad, but that the same game over and over again is unique and innovative. Because really, that's who the target audience for this game is, and that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching, subscribe for more.
You know, when it really says don't buy this game, it really just means go ahead and buy this game, because I have no control over you or over anybody on YouTube, because he doesn't. And when he said that the game itself is rehashed, he's saying that like as if Call of Duty or Battlefield or Halo isn't rehashed.
Even though he didn't say that they weren't rehashed. And thus, we've reached the conclusion of this video. Final verdict? I don't think I need to say much, considering that everyone has already said it better than I can, but Gligar is a troll. I don't know why his magic still works even up to today, but it still does, for magically no reason other than the fact that people just love to respond to him, even though they don't acknowledge the fact that he's still a troll. And even if Gligar wasn't even trolling, it is his general opinion after all. I mean, you can't just literally walk up to someone and say, well, you're gonna change your opinion on something like Smash because I like Smash and you need to like it. Just shush. Anywho, I am the Masked Starmaker, along with my special guest Evan Yeagy, and ladies and gentlemen, we will see you on the other side. Now, come on Evan, let's go play some Smash!